And now to one of the animals seen in many happy eater play areas, the elephant. There are three types of elephant. There's the African variety, which has very big ears and eats half a ton of food every day. They can weigh up to 200 pounds, thus being one of the few animals which could knock over Big Daddy or giant haystacks. The Indian elephant is a little smaller, because there's more low bridges in India than in Africa, and is the type you're more likely to see at the circus. The third variety is the happy eater slide elephant. These are very friendly and can be spotted in Betchworth, Peterborough, Chipping Norton, and many other happy eater locations. They are trained to stand still while you slide down their trunks, and they don't throw buns at each other either like the African and Indian varieties. Which reminds me, did you ever hear about the great elephant bunfighting contest? 'Twas the day of the bunfighting contest. From everywhere elephants came. Some brought their mums, others brought sons, some even bought their own special buns. Some came for a bit of a grin, and others came solely to win. Now the contestants arrived with their elephant trunks packed with bunfighting attire. There was huge balaclavas and dungarees, the biggest size Wellingtons up to their knees, and some just wore a big sweater, but quite frankly, the more clothes the better. Now the team stood round about 5 yards apart in two lines like formation dancers. Some buns were spiced, others were iced. There were souvenir buns, well overpriced. The Africans had the first throw, and it went when the judges yelled, "Go!" Now the first bun took to the air like a bird and flew at the Indian ranks. It splattered and split, the first direct hit, bang on the head. It hurt quite a bit. The icing started to run, and the receiver picked up a bun. Back on two legs the elephant stretched, and then a swing of the trunk. Soggy like a marshmallow, it walloped an African fellow, and it burst on a bright blaze of yellow. With all the strength he mustered, he covered his rival in custard. And then there was chaos as buns filled the air. Backwards and forwards they went. The African team were covered in cream, and currants, and custard. A beautiful scene. Their foe didn't look any better. As a matter of fact, they looked wetter. Now Nellie threw next, not the famous one, who said goodbye to the circus. A good throw by Nellie, straight in the belly. The winded Indian shook like a jelly. So losing and reeling with worry, he took trunkfuls and trunkfuls of curry. Out it shot at a fair rate of knots, pebbling the African's grey skin. They fired once and then twice, most unfair and not nice. Then finished it off with a few rounds of rice. The Africans took a quick breather, and they didn't smell too good either. Now the judges called them back into line. The Africans had it all planned. Dozens of rocks, coconuts by the box, a couple of trees and some concrete blocks. They flung them and gave hearty trumps, and their rivals were covered in bumps. "Oh, most unfair," mumbled Jumbo Madras. "That's not my idea of a laugh." His teammates retreated, distraught and defeated, claiming the African throwers had cheated, which made the atmosphere bad, even though they certainly had. Now the Indian elephants never throw buns since that terrible day in the jungle. They do clever jobs like moving big logs and pulling out hippos stranded in bogs. But since that bunfight defeat, their buns are bought purely to eat.